Flosstube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday the 3rd of June and this is Flosstube 123. Hello and welcome. Welcome if you are a new viewer, it's lovely to have you here, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber, viewer, watcher. Thank you for coming back. It's going to be a busy old episode today. While my whip pile might be small, the FFO pile is huge. So, the clue's in the title. So, what's been happening? It's the Jubilee weekend here, this weekend. Queen is celebrating 70 years on the throne, and yeah, so I've been stitching Jubilee stuff because none of this is new. So, you know, I do like my I'm a fan of the royal family, so yeah. My mania kind of fizzled. When I kind of caught the Jubilee bug, my mania fizzled. But I did quite a lot and I'm pleased with what I did, and I do plan just to carry on. I think there are only technically 3 things I didn't start, so that's fine. And they were like, I mean, they're Blackbird smalls, they're not nothing much. I've even got some of them FFO'd, and so I'm pleased with what I did, and I don't regret doing the Jubilee stuff at all. So I thought I'd share some of the stuff. I'm going to put some pictures of my decor in. Sometimes I share, sometimes I don't, but I'm proud of my Jubilee display. And I really was worried that I wouldn't have enough to fill it and that the shelf would look a bit sparse, because all it is, I thought, oh, I'm just going to move a couple of my bee things and it'll be fine. Cleared off the bee, filled the shelf, and then I carried on stitching and then had a bit more. So yeah, I'll put some pictures in either at some point, probably just after the FFOs. What else? It's been half term here, kids have been off for the week. We haven't done a lot. Went shopping Saturday. Yeah, haven't really done a lot, so it's just been kind of, they've hung out online with their friends, and that's pretty much it really. So what else have I been doing? I've been doing lots of, I think because I've had the 4-day weekend and I had Wednesday off, take Hubs to an appointment, and we were done a lot quicker than I thought we were going to be. So I came home and decided to tackle a cupboard. You know those jobs that you put off and put off and put off? I actually did one. I'm really proud of myself for doing it. So yesterday I did another couple of bits and pieces. So I'm having one of them, unearthed a couple of things. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah. So one of them will come in handy for the Jubilee. I'll show you my past patriotic finishes as well. All 3 of them. So yeah. So let's jump into some whips, and I'm trying to think. I'm thinking there must be something interesting. Oh, Footloose! I went to see Footloose. I'm trying. No, I took the things upstairs by the looks of it. I was looking around to see. Thought I'd kept the programme and everything down here. I technically didn't. I went to see Footloose at the theatre 2 weeks ago. It was awesome. I loved it. Yeah, really, really good. Definitely go and see it again. Yeah, really good. So, American accent's terrible, but generally very good. So, it's one of those things that, had they not done the American accents, I probably wouldn't have noticed there wasn't any American accents. And I say American accents is very general, isn't it? You know, we all know that they're vastly different depending on where you're from and what have you, as is anywhere. I probably wouldn't have noticed, but you notice bad accents. So, and to be honest, that's happened in a few things. I've seen a few. Actually, I think everything I've seen of this has been American. Legally Blonde, Bodyguard, Hairspray. Can't think what else I've seen in the last couple of years, but Dirty Dancing. Yeah. Oh, pretty bad American accents. Sister Act. Terrible accents. So, yeah, there we go. Sorry, some cameras on something. There we go. Right. Let's jump into the whips. I'm not sure if I actually stitched any more. So this is my only technical whip. I'm not sure if I stitched any more on this since the last time I since last time, because I kind of crashed and burned on the early 30 stuff. So my stitchy bug went wandering for a week, and then I really got caught up in the Jubilee stuff. So Tudor Bee, Weediflower. And that's where I got to. So I didn't complete, because this was my whip go call for May, so I didn't complete as much as I wanted to, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. So I'm not quite ready to tick that off yet. I think I did around 1,000 stitches or thereabouts, so I need about another for my, I say 7 days. Now technically I did do that. I know I've stitched on it for at least 10, 11, at least 11 days, but I equate that to be around 2,000 stitches, give or take. You know, if it was 1950, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. So I kind of want to do a bit more before I count it as done, although technically I could, because I have stitched on it for 11 days. So, and I have the photos to prove it. Rumbly. Let's go with Blackbird Designs. So as you know, I was doing random Blackbirdy bits, and let's start pulling some of the books out. So okay, so this is kind of my mania recap of what I've got left. So I still have left to do. I've done the house. I still have these 2 left to do. That's from Honeysuckle Manor. In Friendship's Way, I extended my plans to do, I don't think they've got all the strawberries in one. No. Okay, so Emily's Strawberry is one I am currently stitching, and I am folding fabric one-handed, and that's what I've got with Emily's Strawberry. So that's that bottom one, and that's going to be my strawberry. So I decided, as they've all got dates on them, we put on them, that actually I'm going to do a family one. So, and next up we have Leona's Strawberry, which is that one. Now Lottie chose this one. She also chose Emily's Strawberry. So I stitched that one and completed it, and it's got Simona's for the centre of the flowers. And I changed the colours a bit. Decided that I'd keep kind of the main, like the brown, the greens, because they all have the same colour palette of browns and greens, and then I'd put one accent colour in for each person in the family. So Lottie's favourite colour is yellow, but it didn't quite work, but she loves blue too, so we went with blue. My favourite colour, as you know, is green, and it just needed one variegated one, so I picked that one, because I kind of thought, which I forget what it is. And then I'm going to do Barb's Strawberry for Hubs, and then, which in his accent colour will be orange. So it's kind of quite similar to that one. So the initials and some of the flower centres will be in orange. And, oh, going the wrong way in the book. I didn't like Mildred Strawberry. Can't find the other one. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, no, JJ Strawberry is one I picked with Tom. And his accent colour is purple, so the birds will be purple. And that's from In Friendship's Way. So the colours, as I said, the colours I went with were, so my original colour palette for what it's morphed into. So I'm using, I did, Lottie's was in, there's grits. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for grits the other day. Dutch Iris. Mine is Week's Gulf. And then I picked Concord. So Concord. And then I picked Daylily, I think this is. Daylily for hubby. I was wondering where I put grits. Things you learn. And then from Winds of Autumn, put that back in there, I had stitched, I can show you that one actually, so I stitched those ones and I'll show you the finishes in a bit. And what have I got left from here? Oh, I've got this picture of them. I think I'd have written this down. Well, I have written it down. Started with it. Okay, so maybe there's nothing else. So maybe that was from that one. Mine was on. There's something else in here then. And oh yeah, there we go. And then I've got that one to do still, 3 inches pinball, and then the tape measure, which is that one there. There we go. So those are from Honeysuckle Manor as well. Okay, right. So that's kind of my mania update. Everything else, oh, I haven't bought the homes in. So never mind. I'll show you those when I've actually got some more progress. I did start all of this 4 seasons of home from Rovaris, from the punch needles last year. And I've basically got half of a H in most of them. So it's not really worth dragging it all in to show you. That's partly because I thought the project bag was something different. But I started those with Heather and Sharon. So they're all started. Right then. So, the impromptu starts. So first of all we have this one. This is Platinum Jubilee by Weediflower Designs. There we go. And I decided not to do it. I'm not stitched full coverage. No, not here for that. So there's mine. I don't know what this fabric is. I think it's amazing. This is just a 14 count Ada. It's a Sparklies. It's from a grab bag. Kind of reminds me of Black Dahlia, but I don't think it is. But it's pretty awesome. But yeah, it stands up pretty well. It's lots of different colours for all the jewels and stuff. And beads. I'm doing beads. I literally got my big bead jar. I think I put it back. Big bead jar out. I'm going with the big beads because I've got beads and I'm not sewing single stitches in one colour. You know, one purple and one. Oh, yes, one red. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, one red, one purple, one yellow. There wasn't actually any purple stones, but there you go. About 3 blue, and yeah, I'm not doing that because beads are quicker. So that's that one. I'm hoping to get that done today. And then I'm holding Jenny, and I wanted to say Stitchy Sally stitched one of these as well. I'm holding them entirely responsible. Jubilee Joy by Samplers and Stitches. But Jenny was definitely the first person I saw stitching these. Absolutely loved it. I couldn't forget that one, and I just kept thinking, oh. And in the end I went Tuesday, Wednesday. I went, yeah, you know what, I'm going to buy them. Wednesday, I think it was. So nothing like leaving it to the last minute. So I kitted them up, and I've started all 3. Purely for a daily 30 challenge, but kind of going. I've got most of the colourful colours. The greens I changed to, didn't have either, so I've actually brightened them up a little bit, and they're gone, and they're now grasshopper and bullfrog, and then a blue heron for something, can't remember what, and then I ended up with the DMC for one of the browns as well. So there we go. It's a pretty colour palette. And most of they're all in Happy and Glorious, and then it's just 4 colours in God Save the Queen and just the red. In the red I'm actually doing Louisiana Hot Sauce because I didn't have a lot of red. I've got a bit of red rocks, probably enough to do the Happy and Glorious house, but I didn't think I'd have enough to do the red work sampler. So Sparklies Barely Bronzed. I had 2 pieces. They're different dye lots. You see there is a slight difference, but they're both barely bronzed. Yeah, barely bronzed. One's a 35 count, one's a 36 count. So one's a quite an older, 35 counts, an older piece. Must be one of my first pieces I had, I think. It's such a good neutral. I think it's one of the ones that's been discontinued as well. So we have a little start on the God Save the Queen. Sorry, it's the floss behind it. There we are, and exciting start there. And then on the other one, start of the Union flag. So my plan is I'd really love, I have an order of preference for these. So I'd love to get I'm going to get that little purple one done. That's today's project. The rest of the weekend is going to be spent, I'm going to stitch through on the red one. It's only about 800 stitches, so I just don't actually think it's going to take that long. Plus a bit of back stitch. Then I'm going to work on this one. So basically, once that border's done, that's not a lot of stitching left. And then I shall move on to Happy and Glorious. So that is my plan for all of those. And that's the whips. I'm just going to write something down. No, it's gone. Oh, yeah. So I remember to tell you about it whilst I'm thinking about it. Also, I won't remember. So, okay, that's flosses out. There we go. Time to move on to the FFOs, and I'm so happy with what I achieved last weekend. We had a daily 30 FFO weekend, and I managed 16 FFOs. And I started another one this morning that's kind of in progress, but I'll still share it with you. Okay, I'm going to do slightly basic ones first. So, May, and I did the cording using the Vonner's cording technique, and I just need to actually just put a little stitch in that. So there we go. And then we've got June on the board, and as you can see, I just kind of drew around with the one, and I didn't check it fitted. So lesson learned, and I might unpick it and redo it at some point, but I wasn't going to worry about it today. This is just on a little easel from Hobbycraft, and they are magnets and washers. And the back's just got a bit of sticky felt on just to kind of keep everything where it should be. And my little beads. I got coffee put in properly. Well, I say put in properly. Need something on the back. I did not want to have to go to Hobbycraft this week, and yeah, so really pleased how it looks like. I can't wait to get some. This is perfect. This looks so good in this frame. So pleased with that. Right. Couldn't find frames that I wanted for these two, and I literally had two in the house. And these are antique linen labels from Okay, start again. Coffee time, ink circles, barely bronzed, I think. Can't remember. It's the Murano one. My favourite things, Zoe Patching from Cross Stitcher magazine last year, 2020. Yeah, 1 a month. So that's why you've got no numbers. Okay, nice. Back to the present. Okay, antique linen labels by Hello from Liz Matthews from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. These are stitched on an 18 count Slightly Spring by Sparklies, and with a 21st Century Yarns thread, which is a 4-ply, so it's a bit thicker, but it's a cotton. I don't think they look fine in these. They're inexpensive frames. This one I actually picked up in Primark for 50p. So, you know, they do the job. I would have preferred them probably to have 2 gold, but I don't. Couldn't get the frames that I wanted to get for them. So, because I wanted just the black square ones like up there, but Asda were out and I wanted to get them done. So I did them, and it's fine. For Thee by Lila Studio. That's her freebie design. And that's all FFO'd now. This is just a little box frame from the range. I went over to look at their range of frames, and it was pretty, yeah. So these actually come, so obviously it's a shadow frame, so they come with like a little wooden ledge inside that kind of so the backboard sits on it, which made it a lot smaller, and it didn't fit. So I stood there with a pair of pliers and pried them all out, and they glue the glass in as well. So me tapping the glass out. So as you do. Okay, just a simple pick for the butterfly. I thought that was fine, and it can just stick into something at some point. I can always cut the stick down, but I just left it long, and that's literally just finished with some sticky felt and kind of like how you do in Mill Hill. So the 3 smalls from that was a wax cover kit. 3 smalls from Blackbird Designs. Teeny tiny drum! This is 32 count Black Dahlia by Sparklies. Love this. And this is stitched, that one is stitched with blue spruce. And then we've got, I might put beads and stuff around these at some point. Oh, can't even hold it. The scissors, which is stitched in Raven. And then we've got a little pillow that actually combines both colours, which you can just about see. I say all 32 count, just with some. I love this fabric. I've stitched it and it worked, and it's such a good coordinate for Black Dahlia. And I don't know where I got it from. It's one of those pieces you find at the bottom of your stash. I don't know where it came from, but I love it, and I wish I could get more because it's kind of a bit thicker. It's not quite quilting cotton. It's kind of more like a ticking thickness. It's really nice, and don't know where it came from. Then I can't get it again. I stopped. I don't know why. Oh, I ran out of thread. That's the last one. I went to pick some more. I've got sidetracked and forgot about it. And that's just got a grey top and bottom. So really, yeah, cute. And can I pick the cabinet up? Oh, I've put the first coat of paint on the cabinet. Just I was picking it up because it might still be a bit damp. So it was that blue colour, and I this is actually a sand coloured acrylic paint from Jubilee Smith's, which I stole from my mother's house because she has all the paints. Yeah, so I haven't done anything to the inside yet. I'm thinking scrapbook paper at the back of it, and I need to give the glass a good clean. And there's something on the top that keeps showing through, and it's out of 2 coats now. Oh, you can't see it. It's like a biro scribble I couldn't get off. So those of you who are wondering how I did it, basically, I scrubbed it with like a scouring pad with warm soapy water, like fairy liquid kind of warm soapy water, and then let it dry just to get all the grease and anything icky off, because that was in a pretty poor state. And then slapped on some acrylic paint, just plain acrylic paint, and that's where that's at. So at the moment, we'll see. I need to give the glass a really good clean, and there's a couple of brush marks and stuff that actually some are mine. Well, a couple of them are mine. There was some historic paint on them as well. Right. Okay, so the last one of my, and I'm so pleased with this finish. It's exactly how I planned. This is my alphabet that I was doing by Blackbird Designs, and I love it. So I haven't quite, I think I need to actually stitch like on the corners, and then I don't know, it's not, I've just literally tied it on with some twine at the moment. And all I've done is iron and interfacing on the back, because there's no, I mean, you could have backed it properly with fabric, but there we go. And then I used, I don't know what these are called, but these are like, they're jewellery findings. I think they use it for basing bracelets and chokers and stuff like that, and they're kind of like got teeth. So I did that. I do actually need to sew that down, but you know, you finish the thing and then it's done. And then this has got some, this is some silk ribbon and with a couple of beads on the end, so I can just wrap it around. And I love it. And I've actually, I still have a tiny, literally a strip of the fabric about that big and a smaller reel, and the numbers will fit on without a border. And I'm like, I'm just going to do the numbers in a small one just so I can sit next to it. I think it's going to be perfect, and finish it all the same. And because I still have some, oh, the ribbon is, it's a Dinky Dyes hand-dyed ribbon, and it's Bush Christmas. And it's been, you kind of look at it and go, I remember getting it going, pink ribbon, not sure what I'd use that for. I'm not really a pink person. And it has been the perfect ribbon for so many things. Absolutely love that. Right, Jubilee. Jubilee finishes. Oh, no, okay, this is not really a Jubilee finish. Let's pull that out. Rovaris Home. I love this. I'm so pleased with this. This is one of my favourite finishes. So, as you remember, I bought this box from the charity shop. It still has its £2 sticker on the back. All I did for the finish was, so it's a board that will go all the way down, just covered with some fabric. So it's a bit of a nautical theme to this chart, so I just went with the anchors that I had. Finished it as a flat mount, a bit of cording, which was in my scrapbox. That's your 2-piece cording. I'm pretty pleased with how I stuck that on, which I kind of felt I gave it, yeah, I brought the red out of it, didn't make it too blue. And then, oh, Oasis in the thing, brought a couple of picks. Oh, let's pull that. Oh, come out. The flowers, I really struggle. I think, guess because it's Jubilee weekend, and I mean, we were in the range last Saturday, and there was a woman walking through the silk flower department going with all the white, any shade of blue, red, dark pink flowers she could. She wasn't even looking, she was just like grabbing and throwing them in her trolley. Yeah, she had a trolley for them. Shopping cart to my American friends. Yeah, so she actually was just filling this shopping cart with trolley with flowers, and I was kind of like, I just want a few small red ones just to kind of bring some red into this for the Jubilee. And couldn't get any, so popped into town. Thought, do you know what? There's another shop I think I can try in town. Tried a couple of, no, they had pink, they had yellow, nothing red, white, or blue. All right, fine. Tried another shop, only had white left. I think that same one would have been in the, like, ransacked all the red stuff. And I know they had red like 2 weeks ago because I brought Lottie some for a project that she was doing. Anyway, so I brought white. Went and got Lottie's pens out. She did, and used some alcohol markers. And I'm going to show you. Squashed the flower down like that, and I literally coloured in just the back of it very quickly. And as you can see, it bled through to the front a little bit. But I love just how kind of, I feel it kind of looks quite natural. So my plan was, I thought I would just colour the tips in and leave it white. And then, but that happened, and I was so pleased with it. And I think it works really, really well. And I didn't want it to be like over a lot. So there we go. And just with the lilac-y kind of blues. And I just shoved some, I made some quick picks with the Union Jack ribbon. Like that. Because there's not been a lot of Union Jack stuff about. Fabric, yes, but I didn't need any fabric. There we go. And then I can just easily take out the Oasis and the flowers and change with the seasons. And then store it all together. So love this. I think it's really happy with how it turned out. It was kind of exactly how I envisioned it. So there we go. There's that one. All my cording and the original flat fold methods, all Vono kind of ideas. Well, Vono tutorials to start with. A lot of them have been adapted over time. So this is kind of now moving into my Jubilee stuff. So I made bunting. I wanted some little bunting for my shelves. So you saw me stitching all the little bits. I can't turn this over. And I just used some basic, just some craft felt and glued it to a ribbon. That's all I did. And then we got, there we go, those are the 5 that I did. Those were from Cross Stitcher magazine, from their Stitcher Spotlights or something. Actually, that should have beads on it, and that should have beads in the middle, and I forgot to put them on. But there we go. And then just kind of made it long enough for the shelf. I'm going to put my Jubilee display back together now. And then I wanted to do the Union Jacks one as well, but so I could have it when it wasn't just a Jubilee as well. So there we go. I did those in 3 colours. And that's just a slightly shorter one. So there we go for that. I also did some beady garlands. This is the short one. There's a longer one as well. I brought a pack of red, white and pink beads because I couldn't find the blue unless I wanted to pay like £20 for some. And I was like, no. But I did have some wooden beads at home, so I just painted them. And I think they've come out the perfect colour. And I just put some extra, the bag of beads came with the tassels, so I just threaded some extra blue ribbon through just to kind of bring it together. And perfect. Really happy with that. I was looking at this one just, and I was thinking I might add some cording around the edge of this one. Ooh, purple and yellow. There we go. Right, so this is the cipher that Mama Loves You GB design, Michelle. And I did it as my little standing doodah. I need to go and get some more of these stuff now because I've run out of this. So there we go for that one. That's stitched with Sulky, just on some 14 count Ada. I probably should have had some beads on it too. Forgot doing those. I can see me having to stitch a lot of beads on with invisible thread through finishes. Then we got the Jubilee stamp. There we go. So I couldn't find a frame for it to fit in my frame expedition. So I just popped some bunting ribbon that I'd bought. I went into our haberdashery to get some blue checked ribbon, couldn't get any. But I kind of bought, she had the flag ribbon, she had the bunting one. And then I just picked up some red and blue because I was at that point going, do you know what? Just in case. So I picked up those and that just worked quite nicely, I thought, at the bottom. So this is this is Fiddlesticks AU's Queen Elizabeth stamp. And I converted it to purple, and the purples which are DMC 333 and 340. And I love it. I think it just, the amount of detail in Angie's pattern is fantastic. For such a small stitch, and just to get that shading and everything is amazing. So I'm well impressed by that. And yeah, okay. And then another Fiddlesticks AU pattern. This was a freebie that she released this week. And as you can see, this is my edge of 17. So I'm on the edge of having 17 done. I probably can take those clips off now. That's probably dry enough for that. There we go. So this is on, I'm not sure what Ada. I don't think I think it's a very pale lilac. Sparklies, because it was just an offcut. And this is Fiddlesticks AU. It was supposed to be purple. The letter, the numbers and the red, anything red was supposed to be purple, and the purple was supposed to be red. I switched it around because the actual, and the crown was supposed to be gold, but I switched it around. But the actual imperial crown is silver. Well, it's not silver, it's platinum and white gold and stuff, with a purple velvet cap inside. So I decided to switch it around and do it like that. Some of the crowns I've done are gold, but I decided to go with silver one for this one, and I swapped the letters to I just swapped the red and the purple around. Love it. Started this Thursday morning, and did I finish it Thursday as well? What day is it today? No, I started this Wednesday morning. I don't know. I might have finished it. I don't know when I finished it. Yesterday, probably. Maybe the day before. Anyway, it's finished. And it's that. So I'm actually going to try and make myself... I'm going to try and make one of those little stands for it. If not, it might just get propped up for now. And it's just with some more of the London scrapbook paper. I'm pleased with that. I think that looks really cool. And I'm going to make some cording for it. So I'd ask your opinion, but I'll probably have it done by the time. So I have got this one, which is a pre-done one. I don't know where it came from. So I was thinking maybe just that one, because it's silver and white. And I've got enough that I could potentially twist it together. But I just felt it needed something. Or I pulled from my CXC threads. Do I just go with red, white and blue? Don't ask me how I do 3 colours, I don't know. I'd probably just do one strand of each. Yeah. And no, yes, I figured it out. And go around the edge. I don't know. I did look to see if I could buy mini poms, because that would have been awesome. But no, couldn't find it. Red, white and green, yes. So anything Italian, perfect. But not red, white and blue. In big poms I could, but this is too small for big poms. So I don't know. Or there is also a possibility that I'll twist some of this together to make one strand, and then I would have this as the other strand and then do the 2-tone method, but have it, I don't know whether that will work, but oh, I don't know. We're going to be playing this afternoon. And just, because I kind of pulled some of the patriotic bits and bobs I had out, like, you know, it's a couple of needle minders. I've got some loads of tins, Jubilee biscuit tins, because apparently I love Jubilee biscuit tins. And I have my scissor fob, which I've had for I made ages, and this is my main one. Another one of the cotton reels, and just wrapped some ribbon around it. She says, showing you the edge. I mean, literally, I've pinned it in place so I can just unpin it at some point. And I just thought it just made it kind of just sat on top of a tin. It just kind of gave some height to stuff. And then I have my tie-dye lady, the lovely Ginny, who's also now my painty thick lady. There we are, Blackbird Designs. I find them on Facebook, and she did these little slate hearts on her Fiver Friday, and I love it. So pleased with that. And Ginny's awesome, because I didn't miss the Friday, but literally she'd sold out by like 11 o'clock, and I'd slept in last Friday, and I messaged her and said, I'm so disappointed I missed out, because I would have loved it for my Jubilee display. And Ginny said, I've got one left. So I was like, and pay. So I love that. So it's Blackbird Designs, and it's done on slate. I think it's gorgeous. That goes in my display as well. So there we go. Almost 17 FFOs. Almost. Okay. So I thought I'd just show you the other couple. Whilst I'm doing my cleaning yesterday, just a random side note, I found a really cute little needle what my friend Steph had made for me. So that's going, so I should put that into use. I might not use it as a needle but as such, but because it's felt, it'll be good just as a thread bed type thing. Is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like the mats, but yeah, that'll be fine for that because it's felt. And I found this one. I was like, oh, Jubilee! So he's going to go in my Jubilee display. And a couple of older ones. So my flag. These were cross-stitched. The three I'm going to show, I'm fairly sure were all cross-stitch cover kits from way back when. I reckon this is 2012, which would have been the Platinum Jubilee. No, Diamond Jubilee. Platinum was less than, I think. And there was a big thing about like all the Union Jack stuff. And I think, I don't know if this is, but there was some like with the Emily Peacock and Jan Constantine designs and stuff. So I think this is one of them. And there's the love on the back. I think you could do them separately, but I did them as one. So kind of really feel like I should do it as two now, because it's too, I might have to finagle that into two. So I just, for the Jubilee, I just kind of just shoved it in there. And then this little crown heart, which was stitched on waste canvas straight onto the felt. And then you just attach the beads after along the back stitched line. And that's really cool. I really like that. So my patriotic went from 2 pieces I knew I had, one that I'd completely forgotten about, to 1, 2, 3, lost them, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, it went from 3 to 13 or something like that. I've done a lot of stitching this year, so this month. Jubilee stuff. So there we go with that. Oh, yeah, we haven't finished yet. So the Jubilee Joy patterns were obviously new from Samplers and Stitches, and I will link them below. I grabbed this in the charity shop. I don't know quite why. I kind of do, because my thought behind it was, it reminds me like the finish I did for O Tannenbaum, and I was thinking, I don't know what it was. It's not a cutlery tray, because you wouldn't have, I don't know. Anyway, probably was one of those box frame type things. So I just thought, do you know what, it'd be really good for having some smalls. If I wanted to create some height in my cabinet, you know, I could put some smalls in. You know, that kind of thing. That was my thought behind it. I just thought, if I wanted some height for something small in the cabinet, I can stand that on the shelf and put them in. Or potentially command hook it to the wall and use it as like a little display thing. That was my plan. That was my thought behind it. I also grabbed this. It's in a pretty sorry state, but it's actually a frame one. So my thought was, I'm going to paint this and find just a little small to put in it, but it was cheap. So it's in bad enough condition. It's not a bad condition, it just seems a bit grubby, that I don't mind trying to paint it, and I think it'll be just a nice little challenge for that. And I also won a little Instagram giveaway from the lovely Lollipop Stitches. Everyone knows Lolly. Lolly's got Flosstube. She's got an Etsy shop. She's obviously on Instagram. And she was having a bit of a tidy up and a clear out, and she had some stuff, and I won a little Bitsy Bob. No, not a Bitsy Bob. Oh, what are these called? Bendy flips. Mini bendy flip. And a couple of Lollies stickers. I should put in my bobbin box. It's just a small one with a, isn't it cute? I do like these. I do use them for my travel projects for the DMCs, and sent me a little card. So yeah, it's always nice to have a little happy mail in the post. So there we go. Did I talk through plans? I don't remember. Plans finished. All that stuff I showed you. Anything that wasn't finished, apart from Quilting Bee, I'm going to try and finish. That's my plan. Longest day. Okay. 21st of June, longest day. Is it 21st of June this year? Anyway, longest day. As you know, for a long time, before my days of Flosstube, I followed a lady called, I still do, a lady called Jo. She has a blog called Serendipitous Stitching, which is still live and very much active now, unlike me, who fell by the blogging wayside. Anyway, for the last, I do this every year, and I don't know how many, 6-7 years, Jo has done the longest day sale, where she aims, tries to touch every single one of her whips in one day. I'd like to join in the madness. I think, I mean, it does like get to 10 PM at night, and I'm going, 10 minutes, done. 10 minutes done. So I think I'm at, depending on how I get on this weekend, I'm thinking it's going to be 10 whips. I'm thinking it's going to be 20 to 22 whips. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing. So if you'd like to join in, hashtag it is longest day sal. Yeah, join in. I won't be doing mine on the 21st because it's a Tuesday and I work, so I will probably do mine on the Friday because that's my day off, so I'll be doing mine on the 24th. So if it but if you want to join in, it'd be great to have you. Basically it's work on your whip, work on as many whips as you can. I do, and this is where I failed last year because I didn't make myself a plan and I didn't get organised. I just kind of went, I grab all the whips out and go for it. this year I've already started my plan. I find it really useful having time slots. Other people might find it easier just Sharon and I were talking about it. Sharon's just going to pull through the whips that she's not stitched on this year, and literally just grab a whip. And if she's worked on it, discard it. If she hasn't, carry on and stitch for 10, 20, length of floss, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you want to do. I tend to do 30 minutes for any whips. I think I've only got 2 whips I've not stitched on this year. I think it's 2. I've never stitched on monkey wrench this year. That's the one I'm not sure about. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, so some of them will have 20 minutes, some of them will have half an hour. So if I've not stitched on them all, they're a big project that kind of just, a little bit of extra love might be good. They'll get 20 minutes. They'll get half an hour. If it's something that, maybe it's a relatively new start, or, my temperature library, I might just do one house or something like that. Just something to say, I've stitched on this. Yeah, I'm woefully behind with that. So that's kind of the plan. I'd love you to join in. Make it work for you. So I think I shall leave that here. I've got FFOs to do, laundry to do, and I'm going to do some stitching. So yeah, and I need to put my Jubilee display back together again. So friends, until next time, take care, have a great stitchy fortnight, and I will see you all in 2 weeks' time. Happy stitching. Bye bye.